Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how you can complete your milestone project one. I'm not going to walk you through all the steps, but uh, till some level, you might need my guidance. So till there, I will take you. And this is your lab, and this is part of your lab exercise. If you go here, that you have implementing integration between ADDS and Azure AD. So this is the lab you will be doing as part of your lab one or milestone one. Yeah, I have already loaded the lab. And what you have to do instead of going straight away, start with this particular exercise one, you have to complete these particular steps. So let me quickly walk you through how you can do it. I can close this. I open a Microsoft Edge browser tab. I'll go for searching portal.azure.com, hit enter. Then key in this username and password for logging in. I say not now and yes. Let's say no thanks. Yeah, we logged in successfully to Azure account. Now in here, let me search for Active Directory, Azure Active Directory. Instead of that, I'll type Entra ID. This is the new name. Let me get inside Entra ID. So till here we have completed and say okay. And in here, you have to go and select manage tenant. So this is the place where you will be finding that manage tenant. Right now, we have only one directory. We have to add another one here. So for that, we need to create a tenant. So this is a create a tenant. And in this, we don't do any modification. Let's go to next configuration. And in here, we give this data, counters organization, and then initial domain name, let it be this. And then the location, let it be default one, that is United States. And then you can say review and create and create. It'll ask you to enter this captcha. Let me do it. It's J, W, H, or DD. I hope I have entered it correct. Yeah, it might get stuck here, or it might take you to the next blade, whatever it is. Behind this particular tenant got created. So you don't get any notification. Let me close this, go to the tenant and refresh this one. See, your tenant got created. Now this is the tenant which you have created. So in this tenant only, we have completed till here. And if you want, you can download these files. And then you are now ready to go for the next step. So in the next step, you don't do this first. You can straight away go and start with this exercise one. Because this is what we have done there already. So we have done it. So that's enough. Only one tenant creation is sufficient. And let's go and do from this task. And for that, what you have to do, like in the Seattle admin, we are already there. And let's go to Microsoft Entra ID. And then under the manage, see, you need to go for custom domain names. So under our tenant, the newly created tenant, we are going to create a custom domain name. So this is a custom domain name. If you go, usually you get this option enabled for you, but sometimes it might be grayed out. So the reason is it's in the previous tenant. It's not in the tenant what we have created in our last task. So let's switch to that tenant what we have created. For that, what you can do, just you can click on this and then you can click on switch directory. Sometimes it will not behave properly. Let me refresh once again. Yeah, if you don't get any entry, you can just refresh once. And then you can say switch. See, currently the old tenant, which was part of our lab, but this you have to switch to this tenant. Once you switch, and you can see that you are in Contoso organization. Now you go to enter ID. And in enter ID, all these extra pop-up windows, you can just close it, get rid of it. Now, in the enter ID or Azure Active Directory, go for creating a custom domain name. So this is the custom domain name. And see, you get an option to create it. And from here on, it's very straightforward. You can complete it. Let me also run through this step as well. So, okay, it says custom domain name, add a custom domain name. Okay, in the custom domain name page, you need to type contoso.com. Okay, let me type that contoso.com and say add domain. And that's it. You don't need to verify and all. You can see in the note, it is very much clearly mentioned because multiple people cannot verify contoso.com for their account or on their tenant. And this process you don't need to do, just you can get rid of it and that's it. So you have completed this step. And then now what you will do, you will create a new user and you give him the global administrator role and then task 3. So this is quite simple. And let's also complete this as well. Let's go for users. Add a new user. Create a new user. Give the name as admin. And then you need to make sure that this domain name is selected. So by default, it gets selected, but just confirm once because you must be in this directory. Then only you get this particular extension. If not, other extensions you will be getting. On the display name, if there is any specific name, if not, I can give that admin itself. Yeah, this is the password. You need to record this password. Let me put it in new tab because while logging in, we might need it. Let me say review and create and copy this user principal name and save it. Yeah, the user got created. Okay, while creating, I could have added this global administrator. Even after creation also I can do that. Let's go and do that now. Let me refresh. So this is the admin which I have added now. Let me get inside this user and add some permissions to him. That is global administrator. So let me assign some roles to him. Let me add assignment. You could do while creation itself if you go through this step. And this is another way. So this is the global administrator role I have to add. I'm just adding. Let me refresh once just to verify. Yeah, it got added directly. So now the user got created using this directory role or administrative role or enter ID role, whatever you can called global administrator. And then you need to log in. So for that, what you can do, go to in private window, search for portal.azure.com and try to log in with the user ID, what you have created in the previous step. So for that, let me go here. I have the UPN copied. Okay, it's already in the clipboard. Let me paste it and say next. And I need the password. I have the password here. Copy, come here and give the password and say sign in. And I need to reset the password. Any new user got created fresh. When he logs in for the first time, he will be prompted for change of password. And he has to do that and say sign in. And that's it. only this much you will do. And if you say yes or no, you will be logged in. That's it. You means that admin user which is created. And if you want, you can continue, but till some level only you can continue, but you can't complete it. This instruction, see, you can say this lab cannot be completed due to some changes in the Azure. That's what. But anyways, the exercise 1 can be completed. And that's what we have done. Thank you. Thank you all.